the issue involving Bruno Mars and Rosé of BLACKPINK has once again shaken the global entertainment scene. Music this time not because of musical work or a spectacular stage performance, but due to a seemingly simple social media action that has led to far-reaching consequences. Shortly after the 68th Annual Grammy Awards 2026 music concluded, public attention was drawn to one detail that fans considered suspicious. Bruno Mars was allegedly seen unfollowing Rosé on Instagram. This discovery immediately sparked widespread speculation, especially since it occurred close to Bruno Mars' complete loss in all Grammy categories music. He was nominated for this year, effectively ending his 6-year streak of perfect Grammy wins. The 2026 Grammy Awards were widely regarded as an important night for Bruno Mars. As one of the most consistently successful male musicians over the past decade, his name has almost always been synonymous with victory whenever he received nominations. This reputation led many to predict that his collaboration with Rosé on the song APT would be a strong contender for a Grammy win. However, the final results told a different story. The song failed to win in any category, and Bruno Mars went home without a single award. An extremely rare occurrence that quickly became a major topic of discussion among fans and music industry observers. Amid this disappointment, social media began to fill with screenshots showing that Rosé's name no longer appeared in Bruno Mars' Instagram following list. When searching for Rosé, the result, displayed no users found, while the follow button was visible, indicating that Bruno Mars was indeed not following her account. This finding spread rapidly and went viral, triggering a wave of interpretations that quickly spiraled across digital platforms. The phenomenon was soon linked to a long-standing narrative that frequently appears within fan communities, the so-called Rosé curse. This term is not an official concept, but rather a fandom joke based on coincidental patterns in which several global musicians who collaborated with Rosé later failed to win major awards. Although often treated humorously, the term resurfaced more seriously among some netizens, particularly after Bruno Mars' striking loss at the 2026 Grammys. Within hours, the phrase Rosé curse is real began trending across multiple platforms, further intensifying a situation that had yet to receive any confirmation from the parties involved. Previously, the professional relationship between Bruno Mars and Rosé was known to be highly positive and mutually supportive. Since the announcement of the AP collaboration, the two frequently displayed warm interactions on social media, whether through promotional posts, supportive comments, or behind-scenes music moments. The song itself was enthusiastically received by fans across different music fandoms, blending Bruno Mars' signature vocal style with Rosé's emotionally rich tone. Many viewed the collaboration as a symbolic meeting of two major musical worlds, American pop funk and global K-pop. As a result, the alleged Unfollow felt strikingly contradictory to the image of their relationship that had been built in the public eye. Some fans interpreted the action, if it indeed occurred, as an emotional response by Bruno Mars to a disappointing Grammy night. On the other hand, many believed the issue was being blown out of proportion. Rooted in a culture of social media overanalysis that turns every minor change into major drama. It is important to note that to date, there has been no official statement from either Bruno Mars or Rosé regarding the Unfollow rumor. Neither artist, management team, Music has issued any clarification. In the world of global celebrity culture, the absence of confirmation, often music creates a vacuum that is quickly filled with speculation, assumptions, and narratives. Music constructed by the public. Social media, with its extraordinary speed and music reach, makes such rumors difficult to control once they spread widely. Several industry observers have pointed out that an Instagram unfollow is not necessarily an indicator of personal or professional conflict. Bruno Mars is known to be selective about the accounts he follows and does not use Instagram as his primary means of social interaction. He has also been known to change his following list music in the past without any clear public reason. In this context, the unfollow could simply be music, an administrative decision, algorithmic change, or even a technical error that was subsequently interpreted. Music, nevertheless, the timing remains a factor that makes the issue feel significant. A complete Grammy music loss, the end of a long-standing winning streak, and the intense spotlight on the AP collaboration together created an emotionally charged narrative that music was easily framed in dramatic terms. For some fans, the unfollow was seen as a symbol of disappointment, distance, music, or even regret over a collaboration that failed to deliver the awards many had expected. For Rose, the attention adds to a long list of pressure she often faces as a global figure. As a member of music, BLACKPINK, who actively explores international collaborations, nearly every step Rose takes is scrutinized under a public music microscope. She is frequently positioned at the center of narratives, whether involving the success or failure of joint projects. The so-called curse attached to her reflects how fandom culture can sometimes create myths that unfairly burden artists. Interestingly, music, despite the widespread discussion surrounding the unfollow rumor, the majority of Rose's fans have music responded in a defensive and supportive manner. Many have emphasized that Grammy music losses cannot be attributed to a single individual, but rather result from a complex range of factors within the awards evaluation system. They have also highlighted the music fact that AP continues to achieve strong commercial and streaming success music, regardless of its Grammy outcome. Meanwhile, Bruno Mars' fanbase appears divided in its response. Some have expressed disappointment over the Grammy results and hope the musician will rebound with even stronger future projects. Others argue that linking an Instagram unfollow to an awards loss diminishes the quality and long-standing achievements of Bruno Mars' career, which has been widely recognized by the global music industry. From a broader perspective, music, this case, illustrates how social media dynamics have transformed the way the public interprets relationships. Music between artists. Simple actions such as following or unfollowing are now treated as symbolic. Music, or even political statements believed to represent emotions, conflicts, or strategic decisions. Music, in reality, behind-scenes dynamics within the entertainment industry are often far more music complex and do not always align with public interpretation. As of now, both Bruno Mars and Rose continue their professional activities without showing any visible signs of disruption caused by the issue. There have been no cryptic posts, no emotional statements, and no indications of open conflict. This silence reinforces two opposing possibilities: that the issue is truly insignificant, or that both parties have chosen not to fuel speculation with public clarification. Whatever the truth behind the alleged unfollow may be, one thing music is clear: the narrative involving two global stars from different entertainment industries, carries enormous appeal. Music, the intersection of American pop and K-pop, consistently generates intense attention not only toward artistic output, but also toward the personal dynamics surrounding it. Music in this context, the Bruno Mars and Rose issue, serves as a reflection of how modern audiences consume entertainment music. News, rapidly, emotionally, and heavily driven by interpretation. Music, ultimately without official confirmation. Reports of Bruno Mars unfollowing Rose after the 2026 Grammy. Music lost remain in a gray area between fact and rumor. Yet it is precisely within this space that stories grow, circulate, and become mass consumption. Whether this episode fades as a brief social media drama or evolves into a new chapter in their professional narrative, only time will tell. What is certain is that in the digital era, even a single small click can trigger a massive ripple across the global entertainment